Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Hunter Homistek from FloCombat, bringing you an interview today with professional MMA fighter, coach, and gym owner Mark Cherico. Mark owns Cherico's Mixed Martial Arts in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's 11-1 as a pro, riding a 4-fight winning streak currently, and he's also the coach and corner man of UFC heavyweight Adam Milstead. Of course, Adam recently suffered a knee injury during UFC Houston last night against Curtis Blaydes, and the internet went a little crazy, blaming Cherico and the other cornermen for not stopping the fight between rounds. We saw Daniel Cormier, Brian Stan, other Fox analysts also jumping on that bandwagon and thinking that the corner made an error there, not stopping the fight. So we're going to discuss that. Mark's going to go over everything where the injury is concerned, and he's also going to update you on his own fighting career. So sit back, plug in some headphones, and enjoy it. You can't beat the kid in Chutes and Ladders, man. That shit's...
I don't know how she does it.
It's rigged.
I'm like one away from the win, and I just can't spin a one, and then she'll spin it like 10 million. She'll spin an 8 or like something crazy. He always beats me.
It's rigged for kids, man, actually. That's how those games work.
I agree.
That's hilarious, dude. So, obviously, man, you know, I want to talk about last night a little bit, and then we'll get to your next fight. But I feel like, you know, you addressed it really well on social media and everything, Twitter, but it deserves mentioning because it is still a topic and everything. Everybody's saying that you shouldn't have let Adam go out for round 2. And just what are your general thoughts on that situation? What were you guys seeing in that moment?
So, like, when people were so the cage is raised up. We're sitting below the cage, like, and we only have one vantage point of the cage. Like, Brian Stan has a TV monitor in front of him, a microphone in his ear, and the ability to have replay. So, like, I rewatched the fight a couple times once I got back to the hotel because I wanted to see what I heard Brian, like, what people were telling me Brian Stan was saying, that he hurt his knee in the first round. And so I watched it back, and his back is actually turned to us when his knee buckles slightly. He goes to the ground, he goes to grab it, and then he starts to work back up. The ref was standing right there, so if the ref thought it was like as bad as they're making it right there, like the ref should have stopped it right there, like you know what I'm saying, like, and he didn't. And when I think it was about 2 minutes later, Adam recovered full guard and went for the arm bar, couldn't get it, so he went to the flower sweep and he used it to get up. And when he got up, I seen him shake his leg out, and people were saying, "Well, I should have told you." Now, in my opinion, I was thinking it was from all the knees he was eating, the back of the hamstring. I'm thinking his leg's tight. He's trying to shake it out from the abuse he took from all the knees to the hamstring. And then, like, when people are saying, like, "Oh, we should have called it at the end of the round," it's like, dude, we get like literally 35 to 40 seconds to assess the situation. Like the buzzer sounds. I had to wait for the doctor to go up and get in because Adam had a cut on his face. So I had to let the doctor go in first, and I came in behind him. By the time I got in, you're talking, we literally have 30 seconds, and they're going to kick us out at the 10-second mark. So when I'm walking, Adam's already standing against the fence. I sit him down, and the one reporter said I was telling him it was fine, which was not the case. I asked Adam, I was like, I seen him rubbing his knee. Both his knees were red. Like, his shins were red, his feet were red. It's from being dragged around from being dragged around on the canvas. So there was no swelling in his knee at that point. And I just seen him rubbing a little bit. And this was actually his good knee. His right knee is actually the knee that he didn't tear. He tore his left ACL.
Oh, okay.
His left ACL. That's also tore his meniscus in his left knee. I'll get to that in a minute. But I asked him if his knee was okay. He said, yeah. So, like, okay, I got 30 seconds. He wants to go back out there. Like, to me, if he's telling me he's fine, Adam's my friend. I trust him. If he feels like he can go back out there and compete, I want to let him have his opportunity. Especially if it's like Tyron Woodley had said it after the fight. Like, if it's not something that's life-threatening and the guy can fight, you let him fight. So I told him okay, as soon as he told me he was fine, I go right into the corner, trying to get his heart rate down, telling him he's fine, getting ice on his back, and giving him some instruction for the next round. And then before you know it, clack, clack, it's 10 seconds, you got to get out. And then the unfortunate thing happens, and he stuffs Blaydes' first takedown attempt in the second round, and then on the reshot, he was able to get Adam down, and Adam worked to get back up, and that's when he kicked the leg out, and his knee gave out. It's unfortunate. It sucks. I wish, if I would have known that's what was going to happen, I would have thrown the towel in. But at the same time, if we would have thrown the towel in, all these people that are bashing us for not throwing the towel in would have been bashing us for throwing the towel in. If it would have came out that he just had a knee sprain, can you imagine when people would, I can't believe they stopped a fight for a knee sprain. People fight through that all the time. It's a double-edged sword. If we would have stopped it, people would have said, outside of Brian Stan, everybody would have said we stopped it too soon.
Right.
So it's a slippery slope to deal with there.
Yeah, man. You make a couple really important points that I just kind of want to highlight again. One being that you guys don't have the benefit of commentary and several angles and replays. That makes a huge difference, man.
99% of these fans on Twitter run their mouth wouldn't have said anything about his knee if Brian Stan was. If you turn the commentary off and watch that fight, a couple fights, I've noticed his knee tweaked, but it wasn't, Brian Stan really highlighted it. That's why people were making a big deal about it. And then, it's just always guys you can't let him fight. It's he's a fighter, man. I fought through a torn meniscus. I fought through a broken hand 2 fights ago. I fought through fractured ribs. I won all those fights. So, I understand you want to fight through it. And Tyron Woodley said, unless it's life-threatening. Look, if he was getting pounded on and it was bad to where his face was swollen, his eye was swollen shut, and we're worried about his brain, we should stop it. But if he tweaks his knee and it might be just a sprain, I couldn't live with stopping his fight and stopping him fighting if he wants to continue. I was seeing a couple people take shots at us, saying we kept him in hopes that he would win to get paid more. I don't take any money from Adam. I've never. He don't pay to train at the gym. I don't take any money from him. He's my friend. I corner him because he's my friend. He asked me to be there. I want to be in his corner for him. So that kind of got to me. People thinking we're here for money, and that really bothered me.
Yeah. I mean, people don't understand a lot of the dynamics, I think, and that's a big reason why I wanted to circle back with you right away, because it's never like it seems. There's so much more at play, man. Like you said, you're Adam's friend, training partner, coach, and on top of all that, I mean, you've seen Adam in tough situations in the gym all the time. You know how he responds.
Remember his KJE fight, he tore his meniscus in his left knee and ended up armbarring the guy and won the fight. So, you know what I mean? I've seen Adam deal with adversity in fights, so... when people say, it should have been stopped, you don't know Adam. You don't know what the type of person he is and what he's capable of doing.
Sure. Yeah, it's so tough, man. And I do want to touch on something that you mentioned. You said that was actually the knee that he had never injured before, which I was under the impression that was the one he tore in college, so that was my bad.
That's what I thought, too. And then when I got to the back talking to Adam, he said, no, it's my right knee, it's my good knee.
So, I mean, that's
now, from what the doctor said, they think it's just a torn meniscus. Which was probably best case scenario of anything being torn. There was no breaks, and they didn't say they said nothing about dislocations. They said they just think it's a torn meniscus.
Okay. Why did they mention why, or do you have any insight as to why it looked so bad? Because everybody was saying, dislocated knee, probably torn ACL and MCL, all this and that. Was it just kind of like a freak visual for people, or what exactly happened?
I don't know, honestly. He still has to get confirmation when he gets here. He's going to see a doctor on Monday. When he gets into Pittsburgh tonight. So he's going to go see a doctor on Monday to get confirmation. So I don't know. I'm hoping that it was just something that looked a lot more gruesome than it was. You don't want to see that. It sucks, man. Because even when he went down, we didn't even see his leg get hurt the second time until we seen it on the big screen. Because people don't understand that cage is huge. He was so far away on the other side in the second round. It sucks, man. It's rough.
Yeah, dude, and you guys have the unfortunate, duty of kind of consoling him through all this. How were his spirit? Obviously, he's not in great spirits after something like this, but how was he handling it?
We talked a little bit in the back and at the ER and stuff, and if I don't know, he's a little down right now, but we talked about future, like, maybe dropping down to 205. So again, he acknowledged, that's probably going to be the next move. So he'll probably be down on himself for a few weeks, and then he'll get the itch to get right back in there as soon as everything's healed up. He'll get back to rehab and strengthening that leg, and then training, and we'll figure out the next move after that.
Yeah, and 205's kind of always been a thing with Adam, right? He started his career at 205, didn't he?
Yeah, and I've always pushed for him to go back to 205, but he didn't want to cut weight. And I'm like, really, like, he struggles to keep his weight above 230. Like, he was losing weight at the week of the fight. Like, he got a little, he had a cold when we first got there, and I think, like, over the course of a week, like, he had lost 5 or 6 pounds.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man.
And the guy's eating, it's not like, he should eat a lot more, but, like, man, like, he can eat a whole pizza and wake up the next morning 2 pounds lighter. It's like good genetics.
Yeah, man. It's interesting thinking about him at 205 because I personally, just as a fan, I would like to see how he stacks up. But on the flip side, training with Stipe, who isn't a whole lot bigger than him, and he's the heavyweight champ. Do you think that kind of plays into Adam's feelings that the small heavyweight is kind of the way to go?
My thing is, like, Adam's a different type of fight. Like, Adam and Stipe are different. Adam's not like the physically strong, opposing kind of guy. He hits hard. He's athletic and he's fast. I don't think he's like. I think his strength would be better suited at 205.
Sure. And 205 also needs contenders like crazy. It's a really shallow division right now.
That's the thing too. Like, it's a shallow division too, just like heavyweight. It's like, dude, some of these guys, like, you don't want to be 230, like struggling to stay at 230 when you gotta fight guys that are 265.
Yeah. Yeah,
especially when they're big-time wrestlers.
Right. Did Blaydes cut to make heavyweight? Because I know he was right at 265. Do you know if he's actually even a little bigger?
I had seen him eating North Peak, but I don't think, maybe he had to just keeping his weight right there, maybe like a pound or two over.
Okay.
But I don't think it was anything major.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, I mean, obviously just an unfortunate situation all around, and I appreciate you shedding your insight on that and all things considered where Adam is. And now I just want to move on to you, man. It's not all about Adam. You've got your own little MMA career going on. That's if people haven't noticed, it's going pretty well. You do okay for yourself inside the cage. So what's the next step for you, man? Your last fight ended a little bit disappointingly. It was on FloCombat at Pinnacle FC 15. Your opponent got hurt when you were trying to take him down, which kind of ironic now, the way we're talking about Milstead getting hurt on a takedown, kind of similar to that. So
yeah, very, very similar.
Yeah, so what are your next steps, man?
Man, I don't know yet. We were trying to get on a card here in West Virginia. It didn't pan out, so we're in talks with Legacy right now, so we're hoping to get a fight with them. That'd be the ideal situation. I'd like to fight for a big organization, get my name out there, just get a couple wins, man. Just trying to stay busy, and hope to get the call back up to the big show.
Sure, and you kind of bounce around with...
I got to perform. I feel like my last couple fights have not been like performance worthy. I don't know what it is. I got to figure it out. I'm hungrier than I've ever been right now after that last fight. So I'm hoping maybe that's what it was. Like, maybe I just didn't have that hunger to come back like I thought I did. And but it's definitely there now. I mean, I feel similar to how I felt getting ready for the Landwehr fight. Like, I want to be in there. I want to get back in there. I want to do this. So I'm hoping that this is the switch that needed flipped.
Yeah, what does being around Adam and that UFC atmosphere do for you? Does that just kind of ramp the fire up even more?
Yeah, especially when you're in the back and you're watching some of these guys warm up and train. Like, you're looking at them like they're in your weight class, and you're like, my God, dude, like, how is this guy here and I'm not? And so it is motivating. Sometimes, like, you gotta use this motivation. You can't let it get you down. Like, I remember the first time I was there for Adam's fight, I seen a couple other guys like hitting pads and warming up, and they were UFC. Some guys were in UFC. They weren't fighting on that card, but I knew they were around my weight class, and I'm watching them like, man, like, what the fuck do I gotta do? Like, these guys, they don't look anything near as good as me, and they're in the UFC, and it was kind of depressing and kind of brought me down. And this time, I just kind of remind myself, like, just use that as confidence. Like, you're good enough to be there. I just gotta put together like a nice, quick, active win streak. I got a 4 fight win streak now, but I'd like to, run off some fights and stay active. Maybe get 3 wins before the end of the summer.
Damn, that would be a pretty busy schedule, man, for sure. And on the weight class front, you've bounced around as well a little bit for various reasons. But is 45 where you want to be?
Yeah, 45 is where I want to be. I did 55 mainly because they just couldn't find anybody to fight me at 45. So it was just like, you got to take what you can get at that point. And but the thing about Deshaun Owens is he's a 45. Like, he's fought at 45 before. I think it was a long time ago that he fought at 45, but it wasn't like he was a huge 55er. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not going to, if someone like the size, like a 55er, like Paul Felder, like that kind of size guy, like, I'm not fighting 55ers, like, with that kind of size. Like, it's just not smart for my career. But, if I can get a 55er that bounces in between 55 and 45, I'll fight at 55. It saves me the trouble having to cut weight.
No, of course. And for where Legacy is concerned specifically, with your talks with them, are you looking for a fight at featherweight with them, or have the talks not really gone that far yet?
My manager's been handling it, but he wants me at featherweight, so that's where we're going to be. It still irks me that my only loss is at like a bantamweight, catchweight kind of thing. I'd love to go back down there, but I don't know if my body will ever get down there. I mean, I did probably my best weight cut in a long time for this last fight, and it was still hard to make 45.
Mm-hmm. And if people follow you on social media, they'll see old Mark Cherico likes his food. He's an Italian boy who likes his carbs and pasta, so that's a little tough.
That's something. Like, I like strength training. I think that's a big advantage to me at 45. Like, I've never felt anybody even remotely feel strong to me in a fight. Even at 55, like, Deshaun Owens was strong, but it wasn't anything that, like, I didn't feel like he was stronger than me. And so, I like to keep my strength training going. And in your strength training, you gotta put on, you gotta make sure you're eating right. And sometimes you put on some size. It's hard to it's gonna be hard for me to get to 35 if I want to continue my strength training, which I do.
Mm-hmm. And furthermore, man, beyond your career, just your life, I feel like in the past 3 years, you've had a kid, you got married, you've taken over Pittsburgh Fight Club, and now it's Cherico's Mixed Martial Arts. How much is all that playing into your training? In one way, I feel like that motivates you, to do well. But in another way, that's so much more responsibility, so much less time you have to focus on yourself and training. How are you balancing that, and how's that working out for you?
It is a rough balance. Like, I tell you, like, owning my own gym is nice. Like, you can create your own hours, and you can create your own training times. Like, I'm going to train at 7 o'clock in the morning because it's my gym, and I just call one of the coaches that, I have my own coaching staff. Like, I have Lou Armazzani for my jiu-jitsu. I go up to manufacturing work with Isaac for my wrestling, and I got Bob Meese for my striking. So, I can always just call them. We can train anytime I want. The problem is I got to make sure, like, I'm not being lazy with running the business, where sometimes that happens. You're like, oh, man, I don't have to go in today. I can just hang out with my daughter all day. And it's like, well, you got to go in. You got to make money, and you got to run the gym. So it's a constant balance, and, like, teetering and trying to make sure you're doing enough with everybody. Trying to make sure, like, I'm home for a family dinner, or trying to make sure I take my daughter out for a day, or play chutes and ladders, or whatever she wants to do. Trying to make sure I get that, make sure I give the wife some time, make sure I'm getting my training sessions in, and make sure I'm doing my due diligence with the gym. So it is definitely a stressful balancing act, but I think I'm doing pretty well with it right now.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, as they say, the proof is in the pudding. Your career is going well, your business is going well, your family is beautiful on Facebook and everything. Looks like everything's going well. So kudos to you on all that, man. And of course, we appreciate the time, and we're looking forward to your next steps, man. We'll be there every step of the way. So just thanks for taking the time to talk.
Yeah, no problem, brother. Thank you for reaching out to me and letting me get a little bit out there so these guys don't kill me too bad on Twitter.